Welcome back to Chairman's Briefing, in partnership this week with Rua Gold. I'm Rachel Lee. Let's go. Need we say more? Gold tested the $2,800 level this week as investors seek shelter from what they perceive as ominous storm clouds gathering on the horizon. Some in the analyst community characterize the current environment, escalating geopolitical tension, the Fed's pivot, robust central bank accumulation, and uncertainty with the U.S. election, as a perfect storm for the monetary metal. According to the World Gold Council, demand in the third quarter rose to about 1,300 tons, a record third quarter print, and up 5% from the same quarter last year. Regarding the U.S. election, which is happening next Tuesday, Gary Wagner stated in a recent Kitco piece, quote, political uncertainty has emerged as another key driver of gold prices. The tight race between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris has created palpable anxiety in an already deeply divided nation. Investors are particularly focused on the potential fiscal implications, as either administration could implement stimulus measures that would increase the budget deficit and potentially fuel future inflation. Where seasonality is concerned, we're entering a historically favorable period for the metal. According to Investing Haven, across all timeframes, which is 5 years, 20 years, and 50 years, January, August, and November consistently emerge as solid months for the metal. The copper market is holding its breath as all eyes turn to Beijing. After a dramatic September that saw prices surge past $10,000 per ton on promises of Chinese economic stimulus, the metal has lost its momentum, now hovering around 9,610. What was dubbed the Beijing Bazooka, a series of monetary measures aimed at reviving China's struggling economy, spiked excitement at first. But when the follow-up fiscal stimulus fell short, copper prices tumbled 9%. Now traders are pinning their hopes on next week's critical meeting by China's highest lawmaking body, set to meet between November 4th to the 8th. According to analysts at Benchmark Mineral Intelligence, this could be a pivotal moment. If Chinese authorities deliver on stimulus expectations, we could see a game-changing price surge. But if the market judges Beijing's efforts as merely superficial, copper could plummet by nearly $1,000 per ton. With fiscal policy mysteriously absent from the meeting's agenda, market anxiety is mounting. In a major boost for domestic lithium production, Lithium Americas has secured a $2.26 billion loan from the U.S. Department of Energy to build their Thacker Pass project in Nevada. This funding is combined with General Motors' recent $625 million investment for a 30% stake, and puts North America's largest planned lithium mine on track for a final investment decision by year-end. The project aims to produce 40,000 tons of battery-grade lithium annually in its first phase, creating 1,800 construction jobs and 360 permanent positions over its 40-year mine life. Now, for the U.S. government, it's a strategic move to reduce dependence on foreign lithium supplies for electric vehicle batteries. With both federal backing and GM's partnership now secured, Lithium Americas appears positioned to transform Thacker Pass from a promising deposit into America's lithium powerhouse. Mali's military government is threatening to take control of Barrick Gold's lucrative Loulo mine by 2026, setting the stage for a high-stakes confrontation between the world's second-largest gold miner and an increasingly assertive military junta. The tension has already boiled over with the recent jailing of 4 Barrick executives and the rejection of a $371 million settlement offer. There are multiple layers to this dispute, as 3 sources told Reuters that the junta was also demanding roughly $500 million in outstanding taxes and dividends. What Barrick can't lose is the Loulo-Gounkoto complex, which contributed over $1 billion to Mali's economy last year and represents 13% of the country's gold production. Mali's power play here isn't isolated. It's part of a broader push to rewrite mining rules and boost state ownership from 20 to 35%, catching multiple Western miners in its crosshairs. For Barrick CEO Mark Bristow, who's made multiple diplomatic visits to Mali, the clock is now ticking to save one of the company's crown jewels. A new force in North American gold production is emerging as Minera Alamos moves to acquire Sabre Gold, with their eyes set on reviving the historic Copperstone mine in Arizona. The mine, which previously produced over 500,000 ounces of gold, could add another 40,000 ounces annually to Minera's portfolio. What makes this deal interesting is the timing and efficiency play. Minera already owns key processing equipment that could slash Copperstone's restart costs, while their in-house expertise could accelerate the mine's return to production. At current gold prices, this could be a significant win for both companies. Now, this all-share deal will also clean up Sabre's balance sheet, with creditors agreeing to convert $9.4 million in debt at a 15% discount, removing a key hurdle to Copperstone's development. Next, Rua Gold has won shareholder approval to acquire Reefton Resources, beating out last-minute competing bids to consolidate at a historic New Zealand goldfield. The project sits in an area that produced 2 million ounces of high-grade gold in the 1950s, with impressive grades ranging from 10 to 50 grams per ton. With the bidding war won, Rua is set to launch a fully funded 10,000-meter drill program. Montage Gold has secured a massive $825 million financing package from Wheaton Precious Metals and Zijin Mining to build their Cone Gold project in Côte d'Ivoire. Combined with cash on hand, this brings Montage's available funding to $968 million. The cornerstone of the deal is Wheaton's gold stream, which is valued at $625 million, plus a $75 million loan. Notably, Montage maintains flexibility. They can reduce stream deliveries using gold from other deposits and participate in gold price upside. Chinese mining giant Zijin is also stepping up with $125 million in combined loans and stream financing. What sets this deal apart is its structure, giving Montage room to grow through exploration while maintaining options to reduce their commitments over time. Agnico Eagle is expanding its footprint into copper exploration, investing $40 million in junior miner Atex resources to gain exposure to their early-stage Chilean project. The deal gives Agnico a 13.2% stake in Atex, which could increase to nearly 19% if all warrants are exercised. Now, beyond the shares, Agnico gains important rights, including the ability to maintain its ownership percentage in future financings and potentially nominate board members. This move fits Agnico's playbook of taking positions in promising exploration projects while maintaining focus on their existing operations. It's also a notable push into copper-gold exploration in Chile, one of the world's premier mining jurisdictions. A significant development took place in New Brunswick's mining scene as Puma Exploration partnered up with gold mining giant Kinross Gold. The deal centers around Puma's Williamsbrook Gold Project, where Kinross can earn a 65% stake by investing $16.75 million in exploration over 5 years. What's catching attention here is Kinross's immediate commitment. They're putting $2 million into drilling in the first 18 months, targeting the promising Lynx Gold Zone. This area has already shown impressive results, with previous drilling hitting grades like 5.55 grams per ton gold over 50 meters. Beyond the exploration funding, Kinross is buying a 9.9% stake in Puma through a $1 million private placement. For Puma, this deal is a game changer. They'll stay on as a project operator and earn management fees while getting the financial backing of a major gold producer. In a bold move to expand its Latin American footprint, Aura Minerals is betting $74 million on a controversial Guatemalan gold project that's been stalled by government pushback. The Bluestone Resources Cerro Blanco project has its share of regulatory challenges, but it holds the promise of becoming a significant gold producer with resources of 3 million ounces of gold and 13.5 million ounces of silver. To be a little more specific about the project's challenges, the Guatemalan government recently disputed its transition to an open pit operation, creating hurdles for Bluestone, which is backed by the prominent Lundin family. Looking way past this, Aura's CEO, Rodrigo Barbosa, smells an opportunity to transform this project into its flagship, leveraging Aura's experience from operating mines across Honduras, Mexico, and Brazil. Located just 230 kilometers from Aura's Minosa mine, this acquisition could help boost Aura's production from its current 270,000 gold equivalent ounces to over 450,000 ounces in the coming years. In a controversial move that's raising eyebrows across the global stage, China is opening its $19 trillion economy to Taliban-controlled Afghanistan through a zero-tariff trade agreement. It's a high-stakes gamble that reveals Beijing's growing influence in a region that's rich with untapped mineral wealth. While Afghanistan's current exports to China are modest, it's just $64 million last year, mostly in pine nuts, the real prize lies underground. The country sits on vast deposits of lithium, copper, and iron that could be crucial for China's battery and construction industries. For the Taliban, whose economy the U.S. describes as basically collapsed, this deal could be a financial lifeline. But experts are skeptical about China's true motives. Eric Orlander from the China Global South Project suggests Beijing's strategy isn't about minerals at all. It's about regional stability through economic development. As he puts it, quote, China's answer to everything is to build a road. And from that, economic development will lead to peace and harmony. Astroforge is the most advanced private asteroid miner to date, and it's received the U.S. Federal Communications Commission's first ever commercial license to operate in deep space. The move sets a precedent for future private sector missions beyond Earth's orbit, as it gives Astroforge both approval for their upcoming mission, dubbed Odin, and the green light to establish communication networks with their ground partners. And that's all I've got for you today. If you've made it this far, hit the subscribe button and maybe leave me a thought or two on what you thought of this segment. Thanks for being a part of Chairman's. I'll see you next week.